you've done it all. You've had quite the life.
Yes, I have.
Any stories that you feel that you can impart about any crazy times, any
Oh, there's a lot of crazy times.
Anyone stick out or seem to get a better reaction than others?
Well, Waylon Jennings and Shell Silverstein and I were all running up and down the road in this old bus that Waylon had. It was a school bus, but he'd painted it black, the windows and everything. He wasn't doing all that great back then, but it was right before Honky Tonk Heroes, and we was all running amok out there, and we went to this one place, and they didn't want to pay us and come out with a shotgun, and Waylon said, okay. So we waited around. This guy's supposed to go get the money and all that stuff, the whole smearing. Wound up, there's an empty building sitting there, and we're sitting there in that old bus, and then finally we leave, and it was one of those deals where you had to drive through a dirt road type thing, then up to the highway. We got up the highway about a quarter of a mile, and I heard the doggonest explosion. And I looked back, and the back end of that whole place was blowed up. And I said, God, Waylon, did you hear that? He said, I didn't hear a thing. We went on down the road a ways. I'm not saying anything bad about Waylon, but we went on down the road a ways, and he said, come here, Billy, I want to show you something. And we went back there, and he had a little bitty, he had a plywood, had two horses, those
right
workhorses, and then he had the piece of plywood laying there, and I said, what's that for? And he said, well, Hank comes and lays down there every once in a while. Talking about Hank Williams. And Waylon was out there, I'm telling you. And he reached over and he found this little board, and he peeled it up, and he said, come here, I want to show you something. And down in there was dynamite. And he reached his finger down there and run it across her, and I guess that, what do you call it, nitro?
Yeah.
Went, pow! And I said, hey, man, I've seen enough.